Good morning. I'm Carlton Sharp, pastor of Faith Christian Center Church, right here in Beaumont, Texas. And we're here on what's happening in our neighborhood. And listen, I'm so excited about our guest today. We have Commissioner Bo Alfred here. Welcome, Commissioner.
It's great to be here with you, Pastor. It's outstanding what you do for the community, and it's just so great for me to have an opportunity to sit down with you and discuss some things.
Well, wonderful. Hey, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, you know, I'm a local boy.
Yeah.
Beaumont boy. Went to Carlton until my junior year, and after that, they decided to close it. So I merged Beaumont High and Beaumont Charlton Pollard, and it became Beaumont what you call BCP. BCP. So from that, we went on to Lamar University, went to North Texas, and not only that, we were fortunate enough to go off to Southwest Texas State too. So I've done my share of moving around, but I'm still at the heart, always been right here in Beaumont, Texas.
That's right. So now, what made you decide to run for commissioner?
Well, I became a deputy executive director of Deep East Texas Council of Governments, overseeing law enforcement and the 911 program. Received an opportunity to go around to 15 different counties and understand what a county commissioner does. And it was intriguing because I know from what they do, they can help a lot of people.
Yeah.
I've always been, my grandmother raised me to a great degree, and so to whom much is given, much is required. And I have lived that to my greatest, to be honest with you. So I know what a county commissioner can do.
Now, many people who are watching right now probably don't know what a commissioner does for the county. Yeah. So tell us a little bit of what you do.
Okay, starting off, we are Road and Bridge County, so I have a staff that maintain the roads in the rural area. We're ditching. To prevent flooding, you have to have a good stream of flow.
Yeah.
So that means from the city to the rural area to the Taylor's bayous and different areas where the water is dumped. We make sure we keep the ditching done there, the roads done there, the sides of the roads cut, things of that nature. Same thing that happened in the city to a great degree. My staff take care in the rural area.
Uh-huh.
So that's one thing. But one of the most important things that people are always associated with, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, we create the budget for the 144 departments in the county and elected officials. We are the budget overseers to the degree that, and that comes from what we get in tax dollars.
Right.
And we have been very, very tight on the taxes and keeping them down low. We're about the 13th lowest tax base in the state, which is good.
Right.
But you at some point in time, you have to look at things reality. With what's going on in Austin, it makes things tough when the unfunded mandates they put on.
I had Miss Allison Getz here,
oh, really?
and she told me, she said, Pastor, I'm not the one that set the tax rate. I'm just the one that collects it. So the commissioners actually set the tax rate.
We set the tax rate, and that's predicated on one. That's why we have budget hearings, and Pastor, that's why I apologize we wasn't here a week ago because we was in the middle of that. We listen to the different departments and elected officials. They bring their wish list to it sometime, and sometime they bring exactly what they need. It's our duties to look through it and make sure we ask the right questions and narrow it down to the best of our ability so we can get it close to those revenues that's coming in, so we don't have to raise taxes. And we've been pretty fortunate. We haven't raised taxes in, oh Lord, it's been 11 years, 12 years. And that's pretty good.
Look, I am glad. I'm glad you had raised
that. Me too.
But Commissioner, you're also responsible for the voting locations.
Yes, we are the gatekeepers that we're responsible for from this perspective. The county clerk is over elections. We are the ones select different locations within our precinct boundaries. Of course, there's 4 commissioners and a county judge. And that 4 commissioners is by the state statutes, and that's divided by the population of the county as a whole.
Okay.
So with that, we select locations in our boundaries along with the advice from our elections administrator through our county clerk's department.
Okay. Now, of course, you have several departments that are under you. Yeah. So tell us about some of those departments.
In Jefferson County, we have a way we divide all of the different departments up between the 4 commissioners and the judge. I have Veterans Affairs. Veterans Affairs deal with the veterans in our community.
Okay.
Very important and very close to my heart, because those individuals that have gone out and made the democracy, made us free.
Yes, yes.
And so
Yes.
I tip my hat every time I
Salute
see them,
'em,
and
yes.
thank you for what you have done for our country. So that gentleman, he goes around to make sure that if veterans have problems, if they are disabled, different things of that nature, need veteran services, he provides those to them with the staff there. Then I have, which I think is a very important one, and that's public health. Our public health, which is health, we call it Jefferson County Public Health. It's Public Health 1 and Public Health 2,
Okay.
which is in Port Arthur. Well, with that provides those individuals that have worked in our community for years, and some that didn't have insurance, appropriate insurance, but work and was a part of the fruit and fiber of Jefferson County, and fall on hard times, and we help them. And that's what it's about. That's done through the legislation. In 1985, there was a legislative session, and it came about the counties must spend at least 8% of the ad valorem tax, which is the tax rate, from the monies that we receive from our tax rate. They must spend at least 8% on its individuals that are in need.
So hold up. So it's mandated by the state
Yeah.
that the county provides this service.
Yes.
It's not that you guys just came up with it one day and said, okay, hey, this looks like a good program.
No, that was long before I got here. Long before I came. But before then, Jefferson County has always been one that had a program. So it's been a plus for them. We've always had leaders in positions that wanted to make sure they took care of the citizens of our community. With that comes sometimes there's individuals who pass away, and their pauper burials. We provide those services to those who don't have anything, and their families don't have anything.
Right.
That's a plus. It's dear to my heart, because when you look at my precinct, when you look at unemployment rates, and I know they tout unemployment rates around the state, 4%, 4.5%, and mine is around 8, 9%.
Right.
So we still are plugging to make sure we get people fair shake, opportunity to work.
Many times people look at the commissioner's court and they say, well, you need to cut this, you need to cut that. But I didn't know just now that it was mandated by state that certain things happen.
It's a lot of things mandated by state law. That's the things that in some cases they mandate them with we call unfunded mandates. So they put those things on us, and we have to use the local tax rate to pay for them. They say you have to do it down there, Bo,
yeah.
but you got to use your money down there to do it. And sometimes that get out of hand, and some of those things out of hand right now. But we have to be very frugal with what we have and good stewards of the money that we have come in, and make sure we take care of all aspects of the county.
Now, Commissioner, you also do a summer program.
Yes, sir.
Summer's almost over,
sir.
but still, you
Yes,
do summer
sir.
program. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, we started a Read and Feed program. It is a program where we partner up with a state agency, and we receive reimbursements for meals that we provide for students from the age of 18 to kindergarten.
Okay.
They come to the service center. With that, it began where we had at that time, a public library bus that used to come around.
Yeah.
And they would get a book, read, and we just felt that visiting with the 2 or 3 different school districts that serve on my precinct, which is Hampton, Fannett, BISD, and Hardin Jefferson.
Okay.
That we keep the kids engaged. They're in the rural area. Keep them engaged, because we want them to go back to school prepared with some thought of reading, keeping active and going. And then we brought in different programs like our AgriLife. They bring in some of the true things about planning, things of that nature.
Okay.
Lord Hebert has come and did an excellent job. The Sheriff Department has come, and they bring the boat patrol, as they call it, the Marine Division.
Yeah.
Talk about what they do with the Navigation District and patrolling that water and things of that nature. They brought the K-9 dog. Give them exposure to things that, other than negative things, with law enforcement. And to me, you have to do those things. So we've been blessed to put that grant together and do that. We've been doing it for 5 years.
5 years.
Yeah, 5 years. The good Lord is blessing us, and so we we continue to do what we feel will benefit the people.
You know, and that's good because normally in the summertime, the kids, what they call in the education field, a little slippage.
Yeah.
You know, because
Yeah.
they're not reading during the summertime, you know. So your program is wonderful.
We try that, and then we have done this. We put on the television set that was given to us by the foundation of it was by the Beaumont Foundation, a screen television where we bring in and we put on there about what you call that, NASA and the different things.
Yeah,
of that nature.
yeah.
Keep them active in the sciences and things of that nature. To me, you have to keep those young minds
Yeah.
engaged, because
Right,
the idle
right.
mind, you know where it can
Yeah,
be,
yeah,
lead
yeah,
to.
yeah. Now, you also have some enrichment activities that you sponsor.
Oh yeah, we have several. You know, we do this. We have what we call the summer super seniors. We deal with our seniors.
What do you call it,
and
super seniors?
Super seniors, yeah. Because I stand on the shoulders of a lot of people.
That's right, that's right.
And that's that generation.
Yeah.
So I respect that and understand that. We started off when we started giving day trips to them, and it was sponsored by me visiting with different businesses in the community and providing funding for them. So we went from that until one day they came up with, they wanted to do a brunch.
Wow.
We took it to a brunch, and you start off with a low number, but now in my precinct, we average about 350 people.
Wow.
That we feed at a brunch, and it's for them to thank them for what they have done for us.
Right.
And
right,
us
right.
mean the community.
The community as a
They
whole.
built this
Right,
community.
right.
And not only that, they built this nation and this world to a great degree. So we are very, 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 very humbled to make sure we put that out.
So, Commissioner, how often do you do the brunch?
I do that every year. It's right around the Thursday before the ML King celebration.
Okay.
Because at that time, it gives you that moment to sit back and really think and admire what individuals from that generation went through. For me to sit and say, I'm a county commissioner. To me to sit there and say, I could go to Lamar University.
Right.
It was because of plenty of people before me. And it couldn't say that I can go. They
Right.
say, I want to, but they don't want me to. So
Right.
I thank them as an individual in this community. And I think it's something we should always do, give back.
And then that gives them an opportunity to fellowship with each other.
More important than anything.
Yeah.
More important than anything. It gives that more important. And then we have this other program that it's something that I started when I first came in office. We've been going now 15 years. And that's jointly with Tom John, the talk show.
Okay.
Take a loved one to the doctor day.
Wow.
That is something that we have in our community, medical professionals, doctors, physicians in our community that give times on those Saturdays to come in and see about people. We have the hospitals that come in and check blood pressure, and we have Life Share come in and give blood. We get a multitude. We have Dr. E down in Port Arthur. She come in and check eyes, and we have the Dental Smile, the Smile Group. They come in and check teeth. All this free.
Wow.
Free to the community. Is because of the grace of God and the people that believe in the programs that we give, where we give back to the community. And we've been doing that 15 years, and we've had Tom Joyner to come down one time. It's a plus. When you sit where I sit, you see some of the needs, and all you can do is try to fulfill those needs in their best, in the best way you can, and that's all I attempt to do.
So how do people get involved in those activities?
Well, it really and truly, you call our office. It's volunteer. We strictly it's put on volunteer. My staff do a lot of the work in there, but volunteer. We're glad we have partnered with BISD, and they've let us use one of their facilities. It's May Jones Clark. We target the areas that we knew that had problems, and from problems meaning diabetes. When I came in office, we were, percentage-wise, we were number 3 in the state with the percentage of individuals with diabetes. So you have to educate and do everything you can. I love Dr. Deborah Williams because she come and has been working with us from the beginning. So it's individuals that from that education part that benefits, and all those other physicians assistants that come and volunteer that time. You cannot pay for what we give back to those people from what those vendors give to us and for what the sponsors help
Wow.
us do.
I'm just sitting here thinking, how many people actually take advantage of calling your office and saying, hey, listen, what is going on in our county?
You know, there's several that do, some that don't, and some, that's why we go out to everything we can. That's why we own this program that you provide, to let people know. Whenever people see us somewhere, they'll stop us and ask us a question, about their homes being built from the storm, about,
Right.
everything of that nature. Because I've been blessed, I was on the committee for those things, so I have a person on my staff that kind of deals with that community relations part, because we have to be there for the community.
Right. Now, you have a service center.
Yes, sir.
Okay, tell us about that.
And the service center is out there in Cheek, Texas. That's where we provide the summer reading feed program
Okay.
for. That's where my staff that deals with the rural areas located. We are, it's about 18, 19 individuals working that facility. I was blessed, my predecessor, Commissioner Moore, they purchased one of the old schools. So I was a little blessed than others because we have the room and the things that we can store and things we can do. So it's been a benefit to me as a county commissioner, but it's been beneficial to the people of Precinct 4.
Right.
But not only that, we have not only from our precinct, when other precincts are the what we call the drainage district and different ones need a room to have a meeting in the community, we got a community room there. So it's been a tremendous blessing to us when you look at it from that.
Now we're getting ready for back to school.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And now you do something for back to school also.
Well, see, tied to the reading feed program, we had always given backpacks and school supplies. This year, we're partnering up with Jazzy Red, 102.5.
Yeah.
And we're doing a project this Saturday, 29th, where there's going to be backpack giveaway there and games for, but his is a different thing. It's for the ages of pre-K through the 4th, 3rd, and then up to the, I think, 7th grade.
Okay.
Good is great because we're going to give backpacks to those individuals so they can go back to school with supplies. You can't beat it.
Right.
Why? It's free.
It's free.
And the things I just said, everything I said, we've been blessed. We've been blessed that there's individuals in our communities and businesses in our communities believe in what we have done, know that we do it for the goodness of the people, and they're sponsoring things. So I've been blessed from that standpoint to be able to bring together those resources to help provide that to the citizens of our community.
So now where's this block party going to be at?
It's going to be at 88, it's on Boyd Road at my service center, 8870 Boyd Road.
All right. So what else is coming up? What else you have coming up?
I tell you what, we're in the middle of doing a grant. We did the sewer project, first time sewer project in the community of Cheeks. And that's a grant we have given back to individuals in the rural area. And I'll tell you a brief story on that. When I came into office, there was a flood. And I got out in front of the service center. I wasn't in office yet. Helping some ladies, elderly, and some young people fill sacks with sand.
Yeah.
And we rode through and gave people sand. It was a day I was going to do a fundraiser out there. I gave them food. I gave the food away for it. But I found that there were sewer in the ditches. And there was no way I could, good conscience, if I was fortunate enough to be elected, could let that stand.
Right.
There were some people saying that, well, you can't do this, can't do that. We was persistent. We went to Austin, and I had ties because of my prior employment. We got a grant, the first grant, but we have obtained right at $1.8 million.
Wow.
We did a sewer line from the city of Beaumont all the way to the community of Cheeks.
Wow.
At that time, it was the longest project that done with sweat and labor and a grant in the state of Texas, the TDOA grant. We now are in the phases of phasing in throughout that community, people. We give them a grant to put in the system that hook up to those lines
Yeah.
that make it better for them. At the time, the justice of the peace, we had to get him to hold back on finding people because of sewer running in the ditches. So we have really helped the community. But not only that, it has afforded the community an opportunity to get it. You know what, Love Truck Stop is coming up?
Uh-huh.
Well, guess what? That's bringing in the economic development side.
Wow.
They purchased that property, but of course they didn't have any sewer right there, right?
Right.
They ran the sewer line from that facility around to the line we brought in.
And that's about to open up real soon.
About to open up. It's going to be jobs and opportunity for people working and live in that rural area. So it's a great thing.
And that one project,
one project lead to something else. And that's what you do when you come into anything that you're fortunate in and the Lord put you in. You take one step at a time and it create more. And that's what we've done.
Now you're getting ready for the 15th annual health fair.
Yes,
tell
sir.
us about
Yes, sir. we going into that right now. We're going into September. Of course, the month of September is Take Yourself and Loved One to the Doctor Days, and you will hear Tom Joyner talking about Bo Alfred and Take Yourself and Loved One.
Well, you got to come back again if we're going to talk about that.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. So that's just a plus for the community. It's free because of individuals in our community that provide the funding for it, and the volunteer from our tremendous medical professionals in our community and the medical institutions in our community. We can't thank them enough for what they do for the community.
Yeah.
And sometimes people don't understand, but I think when you come to it, you realize, and we don't ask for anything. It's for anyone that needs service.
Anyone.
That's right.
Wow, and it's absolutely free.
You can't beat it.
Wow. That's the best thing. Hey, Commissioner, how can people get in contact with you?
My office number is 409-835-8443.
Say it one more time.
409-835-8443.
Now, how accessible are you? I mean, if a citizen of our county wants to just come and sit down and talk to you, tell us about the accessibility.
Look, you have access to me at any time. You call the office or you come down to the downtown courthouse on the old side, on the 4th floor, where we meet at the Commissioner's Court. You get off the elevator, you don't look straight, you're going to see a little lady from the judge sitting there. You look to your left, you see the courtroom. Look to the right, you see a little hall. Walk down that hall, you'll see Bo Alfred on the door. You can come.
Come on.
That's it.
Well, listen, I want to thank the Commissioner for coming to talk to us on what's happening in our neighborhood, to tell us about all the exciting things that are happening in Precinct 4. Hey, listen, there's some great things happening. And listen, we'll put all the dates of all the activities that are coming up in the near future. Take advantage of all this opportunity that we have in our county. Good things are happening. So listen, I want to thank you for coming. I want to thank you for joining us today on what's happening in our neighborhood. And we will see you next time on our broadcast.